I'm a user experience consultant. In essence, I try to put myself in the category of a go-to person in terms of SAP real estate. My journey through, I think, AFSUG came in, I think, from around 2012. I think at that time we were just new into SAP real estate, and we were trying to gather as much information as we could. And there was some few meetings which were being held at SAP World Meet, which I attended in 2012, and that became like this establishment now of what is now called the AFSUG, because then it was just a meeting of users and also the consultants, I think the people who were supporting the product in SAP meeting together. But through that, we actually learned a lot. If somebody asked me to say, okay, well, what has it benefited you to being a member of AFSUG? I would say not being a member of AFSUG is like a runner who is on his own in whatever they're doing, but he's hoping that he's going to be able to run a marathon without meeting the people who have previously run a marathon, who have actually enjoyed running a marathon, who have got the ups and downs of running a marathon. It's a little bit of a problem because you don't know what to expect. So being a member of AFSUG is like you get to experience the running of a marathon without even taking it to one. And you can actually now learn things which the do's and don'ts of whether you are in a project or you are doing an enhancements. That's how it goes. So you actually benefit a lot just by being there, by learning what other people have done. And also you can, in the same manner, you can actually strategize your own movements if you are trying to do something, an enhancement, or if you are trying to do a project. And the other thing is, the go-to people, people who can be either mentors or people who can actually help you within a project. So that's, I think, one of the major things which I would actually tell somebody else. In a sense, to me, I would say being part of AFSUG, it also helps you to manage your expectations. There is, I think everybody else wants to have a Rolls Royce, but you can't afford the price. How do you want to have something which is closer to a Rolls Royce, something else which is comfortable, something else which can, when you look at it, you say, oh, wow, this is beautiful. But at the same time, it's within your means. So that's where now AFSUG comes into play, because you actually hear so many stories how people have gone around and do things. And so you actually learn and say, okay, well, I think I can do it cheaper than this. And if I want to do something, I don't have to do it this way, I can do it that way. So those are the simple things which you actually, being within the people, you get to understand what you can actually do and what you need not to do in this type of environment. I'm also part of real estate management, I think SIG. I'm on the steering committee. So a lot of people ask, why do you want to be a part of a steering committee? It's like you want to be part of the conversation. And if you want to be part of the conversation, you need a seat at the table, and you need to, if you want to influence the conversation, which direction it has to go. So steering committees are the ones who make sure that we've got something which we want to deal with. Being a topic, being a presenter, somebody else who's coming in to come. The people behind the whole nice presentation you get to see on a day you come in for a presentation, like a SIG meeting, or being an expert actually having a Teams meeting online. There are people behind who have made sure that those things happen. And if you do not actually are not part of that, you just get to be fed what is deemed to be what is there. If you are part of the SIG steering committee, you get to define things which you can actually do. So to me, I would say my journey through AFSUG and everything else, it has been tremendous and it has been brilliant. And it has been so fulfilling. And I would say to companies out there who are running SAP, to say the first thing which you need to do is to have your people be part of AFSUG. Get to understand what is happening out there, because a lot of times it's like we are in our own cocoons. We are not seeing what other people are doing. So how do you get to know what other people are doing is by being in a community of those people who are doing things. So then you know, oh, okay, these are the things which are coming in. So you don't have to wait for either a partner to come in, a sub partner to come in and say, okay, these are new things which are coming in, or just wait for nodes which have been released by sub. You get to be part of the creation of those nodes, because if you understand what are the problems and everything else, you are part of the group in which you actually present those problems to SAP and say, please resolve it for us. And they come up with solutions to those other things. So in short, I would say you're missing out if you're not part of AFSUG.